Hey everyone, this is Refugee 37 here. I'm going to be giving you all a review on these Akkon lighting units, headlights that I got installed. I had them installed at the end of January, so a little bit over a month now. And so far I would have to say that I like them. These are actually made for the sedan here, so for the four-door sedan. So far I've had nothing really to complain about. I only had two main issues with this headlight unit. The first thing was on the back of this one right here. On the back of it, the screw didn't fit or something. It wasn't tightening all the way, so I actually had to screw it in really tight, and in doing so the back part kind of broke. So that was one downside of it. So I had to get my own screw that was a little bit longer, put it in there, and that fixed it up perfectly fine. The second thing that I had issue with on these headlights was that there was actually condensation building up in this one. This one didn't really have any problems, so all I had to do was take it back out, and after I took it out, then I actually just sealed it up with some silicone, and it turned out okay. And I guess the only other thing that I would have to complain about was it came straight out from the box, and it already had this little dent right here. So it's not really noticeable, but if you come up really close, yeah, that's pretty bad right there. So if you're paying almost $500, you don't want it to come from the factory already looking all messed up like that. But besides that, I guess those are three things that I would have to say that were not the best with the car. The only thing that I also noticed was the light output was a lot lower than stock, but I will be giving you guys a demonstration later on the road with that, so then you can see for yourself how it looks like. I'm just out here at the park waiting for the sun to go down, because it doesn't really help much if it's not dark out to do a light test. So one of the coolest features is this sequential lighting that this headlight unit has. So as you can see here, it looks pretty awesome when you lock and unlock the car and it just goes phew, and you see the line flashing like that. It looks pretty sweet. I get lots of compliments on that, so that's probably one of the most cool features for this car. Alright guys, it finally got dark out here, so I'm going to do a little quick light test for y'all to see. So here it is without the lights on. This is just nothing. And then I'm going to turn it on. And there you go. Bam. You can pretty much see that it has pretty nice coverage right here. And you can see the output's not too bad. It is a little bit less than stock, I will have to say that. So I did have a little bit harder time seeing on the small country roads, but out here, never really had any major issues or anything like that. What you can also do is if you have the fog lights, you can also turn them on, and bam, with the fog lights also on, you can see perfectly fine. So I would highly recommend getting these, especially if you have the sport version with the fog lights on there. Then it wouldn't even make a difference with you in terms of light output. But if you don't have the fog lights, then maybe it might be just a little bit darker. You just have to adjust with it. It'll still be probably better than some cheaper cars out there with the light output, but so far I never really had any issues, and I'll go and take it for a drive right after this here. Let me just set it up. All right, let's take a little stroll through the park here. So that this is probably the darkest part, that place that I can get to, so we'll just go for a little ride here with the lights on. Okay, so I'll do a quick little test here to see how far the light goes. Here is it off, and I'll just turn it on. So you can see the light output is not as bad as some people make it seem. It's totally workable and drivable. And this is an alleyway here, so I might get a little bit better idea of how the lights are. Again, I'll turn it off and on for y'all to see the difference. So here's off. No lights on. So it totally works nice. And I'll even turn on the fog lights. Bam. So no issues driving through dark alleys like this or anything like that. Okay, and I'll do it one more time for y'all just so you can do a little comparison again. So this is off, and the lights are on again. So you can see the output has a pretty big range. You can see really nice. It's totally drivable. And if you have any other questions, just make sure to leave a comment below or something like that, and I'll try to get back to everybody that has any questions about these lights. I would totally recommend them if this kind of style is something that you're looking for. If you just have some old lights, you don't want to pay like the ridiculous amount for some OEM ones. These could be a nice replacement pair if that's something that you are looking for. Hopefully you like and subscribe this video. I do have lots of plans to fix this G up in the future, so make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, you know what to do. All right, peace.